Right. So I really liked Widows. I'm not really a fan of heist movies or action movies, which this, of course, is. And of course, it sets four women at the forefront of the story, with actually all of the men playing supporting roles, very strong supporting roles. They're supporting the journeys that these women have to take, led by Viola Davis, brilliantly, of course. They have to take this journey out of their comfort zone to save their own lives and their families. I think it's quite a departure for Steve McQueen, even though he has told the story in quite a typical fashion. So Steve McQueen we know because of Hunger and Shame, both starring Michael Fassbender, of course, and 12 Years a Slave, which was also with Michael Fassbender. And there's nothing there's nothing about any of those movies that pertain to this one. So what I saw was a filmmaker who is enjoying reinventing himself and not directing or choosing typical project after predictable project. He's looking for new and different ways to tell stories, and of course from a female perspective, which is very exciting. As I said, it stars Viola Davis and Elizabeth Debicki, who I loved in The Night Manager. Did you see that last year with Tom Hiddleston? I knew when I saw that. She was also in The Great Gatsby, and she's in another film coming out called Vita and Virginia with Gemma Arterton, about Vita Sackfield West and Virginia Woolf, who had an affair. Love true stories. Anyway, back to this. It's based on a Linda LaPlante TV series that was done a while ago. So that was set in England, and this film is set in the US. And your wonderful man Liam Neeson is in it. He's one of my favourites. I do enjoy seeing him on screen. Thank you, Steve, for giving us a bit of that. There's also an interesting way that he deals with the violence, which is not gratuitous at all. A lot of it is off camera. It's done in a very desensitized, the word I'm looking for, maybe I'm making it up, is desensationalized way, so that you can hear what's going on off camera, and you see the protagonist Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out, an extraordinary young British actor who embodies this completely dead-eyed sadistic gang leader. uh, really extraordinary choices of where the filmmaker has put the camera when these horrific acts are happening. So you're not bombarded with car chase after car chase. You're not bombarded with bloody, gory knife, gunfight over and over. Now, there is a great car chase moment at the end, which really twisted and had me on the edge of my seat. I've never gone, oh, that happened. That was great, because normally they're just so predictable, and police cars and making a right turn on a red light, and cars crashing behind us. I wouldn't choose often to go and see a film like that, but of course I wanted to see it because it was Steve McQueen, and of course I wanted to go and see it because it's Viola Davis, and I wanted to see how women are starting to take the screen by storm. And long may it rain. Let's have more films like this, more films written by women. And Gillian Flynn wrote the screenplay, but in the hands of a man, a male director. Still an extremely interesting portrayal of women in a bind with their lives on the line, with millions of dollars at stake, trying to overcome against all the odds. 4 out of 5. Good job. Be sure to press the subscribe button here on YouTube, and then go to my Patreon page, where I have loads more film reviews and chat about being in films, making films, and watching films. See you at the movies.